house for 4 years at an annual rent of rupees 6,000. So now the rent is 6,000 per annum. The time period is 4 years, but the stipulation with the rent is that it will increase at 10% every year. So that is a standard rental agreement that every year 10% increase will take place in the rent. If the required rate of return is 15%, what is the present value of the expected series of rent? Now, what you wish to calculate here is that the rent we will be receiving in 4 years, what is the present value of that rent? So, what we need to do is we are calculating the present value. We have three cash flows. So first we need to calculate the amount of these cash flows because even that is changing, and then we need to bring these cash flows to 0 point of time. So two steps in this question. So let's start. We start by calculating R1, R2, R3 and R4. So for rental flows, you just need to add 10%. If in the first year it is 6,000, in the second year it will be 6,600. Then add another 10% and this amount increases to 7,260. And in the fourth year, I will add 726 and I get 7,986. So first, these are the cash flows expected in the coming 4 years. Now, simple, I need to calculate their present value. So what I'll do is, I'll pick up the table values. So present value at 15%. Be very careful, जो increase हुई है cash flows में, rent में, that is at 10%, but the discount rate at which you are calculating the present value is 15%. So I'm writing the table values. You just need to multiply the table values. Present value factor table 15% for 1, 2, 3, 4 years. So these are the values. You can start multiplying, add them, and we'll get our answer. Put the answer in the chat box. How much is the answer coming to? Yes, how much is the present value coming to? None of you has solved. Take a minute, complete the question. Yes, absolutely right. This is the answer. Everyone good. So 19,555 is the present value of the expected rental flows. I hope this is clear to everyone. Any doubt you can ask. You just need to be careful that you are given two percentages or two rates of interest in this question. You need to be careful that 10% is the increase in rent and 15% is the discount rate. Let's solve some more questions. Let's read and understand the question. In setting up an educational fund, a person agrees to make 5 annual payments of rupees 5,000 each into a college fund program. The first payment is to be made 12 years from now, and the college fund program wishes that upon making the last payment, the amount available should have grown to 30,000 rupees. What should be the minimum rate of return on this fund? Now, let's simplify what is given in the question. College wishes to start an educational fund, and for 5 years, we want one, two, three, four, and five. The college wants that each year they are able to make a payment of 5,000 from this. A person is agreeing to make a payment of 5,000 into this fund, and this fund, the college wants that it should increase to 30,000 at the end of the last payment. So at the fifth year end, this amount should, I'll write it here, this would be more clear. This amount should grow to 30,000 rupees. Now, the point of uh, confusion here is that this funding or this first payment will be made in 12 years from now. So please understand, even if the payment starts 12 years from now, the annuity will be of 5 years. चाहे आज 0 point of time पे start हो या 12 years के बाद start हो, this payment will be or this contribution will be for 5 years. So it does not make a difference in our solution. We will be solving it like a normal question on future value of annuity, that we need a future value of 30,000 from an annuity of 5,000. So FVAF, interest and number of years. I'll just put the value. So this is what I require. 30,000. I want my 5,000 to grow to 30,000. I know that the years should be 5, but my missing value is the rate of interest. So FVAF I for 5 comes to 6. Now I will be moving to the future value annuity table. Very good. Tanmay, you have calculated the exact value using log or mathematical calculator. So what we'll do is we'll take a simple root. This would be the exact answer. Very good. But if we are using the tables, then we prefer going for approximate value. So 6 हमें value चाहिए in FVAF. I'll move to the time value tables and I have the, okay, Spreha, you're saying it is coming to 10%. Let me check. Okay, the required table is not here, but it is closer to 9%. Value 6 is falling between 9 and 10%. 9 per
Like
value, yeah,
actually 9% is 5.947.
yes, 5.9 something. Where my
Huh.
table shows 5.985, and at 10% it is 6.105.
0.1051.
Yeah, so then you can say approximately 9%. The answer would be
Okay.
approximately 9%. No need for any interpolation or exact calculation. What we say that approximately, if you want even better statement, so approximately a rate of return slightly higher than 9%. So slightly higher than 9%. So which Tanmay has calculated, it's exactly coming out to be 9.12%. But if you give an answer till here also, this is correct. Okay, so this was again a case of missing values. I hope all of you have got the same answer. We practice a few more. Okay, so this is again a question on application of time value. Mr. X wants to purchase a house. Purchase price is 50 lakh and he is planning to pay a down payment. So down payment, which is generally practical case also, a down payment is made when we purchase property, and this down payment is of 10 lakh rupees. Now remaining he will borrow from a housing finance company at the rate 10% per annum. Interest is 10% per annum. Now this loan is to be paid in 15 equal installments. So this means that there is an annuity in the question and the time period of the annuity is 15. And this annuity or this installment begins from after 2 years from now. You need to calculate what is the amount of annual installment that needs to be paid for this loan. Now very carefully pay attention and let's understand in terms of time value what we are doing in this question. In this question, at 0 point of time, we know that 40 lakh rupees are required to purchase this property. This is clear with everyone. This is the difference between 50 lakh of the purchase price, 10 lakh already paid. तो अब जो लोन लेना है, लोन की जो अमाउंट होगी, that will be 40 lakh rupees. Another clause in the question is that this payment will, or this loan repayment will start here, which is again what many real estate companies offer is कि पहले 5 years के लिए कोई ईएमआई नहीं है या पहले 2 years के लिए कोई ईएमआई नहीं है, बट इम्प्लिसिटली व्हाट दे डू इज कि इस 40 लाख पे 2 years के लिए इंटरेस्ट चार्ज होता है. It's not that for 2 years this 40 lakh is 0% cost for the borrower. इंटरेस्ट विल बी चार्ज और जो आगे ईएमआई होंगी उसमें ये इंटरेस्ट की अमाउंट इंक्लूड हो जाएगी. ओके, सो वन थिंग वी नीड टू charge interest on this 40 lakh rupees, and after 2 years there will be 15 EMIs. I repeat myself, जो अमाउंट ऑफ लोन है अब जिसके अगेंस्ट आपको एनुअल इंस्टॉलमेंट पे करनी है, एंड इट्स नॉट ईएमआई, इट इज एक्चुअली ईवाईआई, मंथली इंस्टॉलमेंट नहीं है, ईयरली इंस्टॉलमेंट है. So that will include 2 years interest on this 40 lakh rupees. So first I will calculate the amount at this point of time, which will be 40 lakh. If you want, you can use the future value factor table for 2 years. FVF, या फिर आप 10-10% करके यहाँ पर अमाउंट ऐड कर सकते हो. 40 lakh plus 4 lakh for first year, and for second year it will be 4,40,000. तो 2 years का आप इंटरेस्ट भी ऐड कर सकते हो. इफ यू वांट अ शॉर्टर रूट, 40 लाख का फ्यूचर वैल्यू आप कैलकुलेट कर लो 10% फॉर 2 years, एंड द अमाउंट आउटस्टैंडिंग amount outstanding comes out to 48,40,000. 4840,000. If you are not clear with this point, please ask. Only then will we proceed further. Is this clear to everyone? Yes or no, class? Yes. So one thing we know is now this loan is not of 40 lakh but of 48 lakh 40,000. सेकेंड थिंग वी नो वेरी क्लियरली इज कि जितनी भी इंस्टॉलमेंट्स आप फ्यूचर में पे करोगे उनकी आज की डेट में जो सम टोटल होगा वो कितना होगा, 48,40,000. आपका जो भी 15 years में आज से जो भी इंस्टॉलमेंट शुरू होगी उन सब की प्रेजेंट वैल्यू इस अमाउंट के इक्वल होनी चाहिए. Even if you are starting at 2 years, this present value at 2 years is 48 lakh 40,000. Now the 15 installments, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on, जो 15 installments है उनको जब आप डिस्काउंट करोगे और 0 point of time पर लाओगे तो उनकी वैल्यू, the sum total of all these installments should be, are you able to see the screen? Yes, the sum total of all these present values should be equal to this 48 lakh 40,000. ठीक है. अल्टीमेटली हम जो भी इंस्टॉलमेंट्स दे रहे हैं वो आज की डेट में टोटल अप टू दिस अमाउंट ऑफ लोन. दैट इज व्हाट हैपेंस आल्सो when our EMIs are calculated on the loan that we take from the bank. So we are using the concept of discounting here. So first thing that we decide in the question is that we are using the concept of discounting, of calculating the present value. And second thing we get to know is that this is a question on annuity. ठीक है, तो जब भी स्टेटमेंट क्वेश्चंस आएंगे पेपर में, फर्स्ट थिंग इज टू डिसाइड वेदर दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑन कंपाउंडिंग और डिस्काउंटिंग, एंड सेकंड इक्वल कैश फ्लोज हैं या अनइक्वल कैश फ्लोज हैं. तो अब मैं इसका जो इक्वेशन है 10% फॉर 15 years. Yes, so you will get your answer. Solve this equation. Very good. So the installment is coming to annuity is coming to, yes, 6,36,333. This would be the exact value. If you are using table value, there might be a variation of 5, 7, 10 rupees plus minus, but this is the amount of annuity, or this is the amount of yearly installment that needs to be paid on this loan. Have a look, everyone. If there are doubts, you can ask. This is how, now obviously, like I told you yesterday, there is another way of solving. यहाँ पर हमने discounting करा है, easier way discounting है. If anyone wants to try, you'll get the same answer if you're using compounding concept also. But this is the easier way around. Okay, then let's take one last question for the day. More or less, okay. Again, a very common question in your main exams also. Such questions come a lot. So read and try the question. I'm giving you 2 minutes. See how we can solve this question. And then we'll discuss it. Okay, so let's see what this question says. Now, an investor deposits a sum of 1 lakh in a bank account on which interest is credited at the rate 10% per annum. How much amount can be withdrawn annually for a period of 15 years from this account? So, this is similar to the question which we did just prior to this. Again, today the amount that is being deposited is 1 lakh rupees. Okay, and the interest is 10% per annum. What is now asked in the question is that if this deposit is made, how much equal amount can be withdrawn every year for the next 15 years. So whatever be the withdrawal, whatever be the amount you are withdrawing, all the present value of all these amounts will be equal to 1 lakh क्योंकि यही आपका डिपॉजिट है. तो अल्टीमेटली जब आप सारी वैल्यूज को जीरो पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे लाओगे और उनको ऐड करोगे फॉर 15 years, यू ब्रिंग ऑल दी कैश फ्लोज टू जीरो पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, then that will be equal to this 1 lakh rupees. So my equation becomes 1 lakh is equal to the amount of annuity into present value annuity factor, 10% for 15 years. Because all the annuities, all the cash flows when brought to zero point of time will total up to the amount of deposit that has been made in the bank. And very good, the annuity is coming to rupees 13,147. So this was a question on discounting with equal cash flows, that is discounting plus annuity concept has been used in this question.